I can tell you another experience. On the first day of our integration program, which might have been 1977, we had a student killed out at one of our high schools. And the superintendent called us in an executive session early in the morning, and he told us what had happened. And when I thought about it, I went to Bobby Fiedler, who was Miss Bus Stop, and I said, Bobby, now you talk about how violent our communities are, and you don't want your children out here, and you don't want white children at those schools. Would you go with me out to the high school to support what the principal is trying to do? And she said yes. I said, I'll drive you out, and I'll drive you back. We'll spend an hour out there. So I had 5 hours with her. And on the way out there, we started to talk. I said, Bobby, you do such a disservice to our black children when you condemn them all by saying that our communities, our homes, are all violent, and saying that our schools are the lowest rated. I said, you have nothing good to say about the situation in which they live and go to school. And how do we encourage? And, you know, how can you influence people to look at us without false perceptions, but with reality? And she said, Diane, do you know that I was Roberta Rowanowitz from Sanmo High School, Democrat? And I married Mr. Fiedler, who was a pharmacist, and he took me out of that environment and took me to the Valley. She was Jewish. And she said, I didn't want to go back. So I said, I understand. And she said, when a mother comes to you and says, I would have committed suicide had it not been for you, she said, I had to represent these people. I said, I have to represent these people. And let's agree to disagree, but not do it disagreeably. We're good friends right now.
Really?
Good friends.
I remember that name.
You remember, and she was
ago.
here in Congress.
Yeah.
We're good friends. So in terms of being a leader, it happens. Rosa Parks didn't set out to be a leader. She was taking an action. And you know, she said, I would no longer be insulted. I would no longer be treated this way. I'm going to take a stand. And I took a stand by sitting down so you could stand up. Well, I took a stand by letting her know who we are and what our desires and dreams were. And she let me know what hers were. So, and then you find that people are following you because you're giving them something they need, and that's knowledge and information. And you know what I used to do? I used to call certain community leaders. I said, can you call a meeting in the basement of the church so I can tell them what they're getting ready to do to you? And so we'd meet at the church, and I'd lower my voice and says, get ready to hear what they're getting ready to do to you. What? And I'd go on, you know, and that's the way I'd get them there. And we would plan out our strategy, and we'd have marches to the school board and asking for integration and across by busing, because we had such expansive land.